Shalom Israel, shalom, shalom. Right, brother Kalakayash, right, coming back through the spirit. Right, get this morning started off right through the spirit. And before I get started, I'd like to give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God. Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah Yahweh. But the true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. It means He to be or He to exist, the existing one. Right, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sent His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus the Christ, to deliver the so-called blacks, Hispanic, Native American man, woman, and child, which are the children of Israel that the Bible speaks of, right? We are the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now coming back into this fold, coming back to our King, right? And looking and coming and hastening for the merits to come, which is the kingdom of heaven being established upon earth with the true children of Israel governing Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai's earth in righteousness. So shalom. So yeah, the Lord put it on my spirit to do a lesson entitled, Don't Be a Hypocrite. See, we often, we teach we go out, we teach, we even talk to each other, but when it comes time to apply these scriptures, we can't be a hypocrite, especially in the times that we're coming in, especially as we see the prophecies kicking off, as we see the day of the Lord drawing nigh, as we get near and near to persecution. Because we know our Lord was persecuted, we will be persecuted for our love, right? Because everything that we do, coming back to the fold, right, putting on our fringes, rehearsing the righteous acts, I'll say, to sum it up in that matter. Serving the Most High God, Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, trying to serve Him with all our heart, mind, and soul. Hey, that's love. That's true love. These laws, the faith in Yahweh Shai, is what put the household back together, is what give us self-dignity again, our self-awareness, who we are as a nation of people. And for our love, we're going to get persecuted. Hey, but the Lord was persecuted, and we will be persecuted, right? So we can't be a hypocrite when trouble or tribulation arise. So again, yeah, lesson, maybe title it, Don't Be a Hypocrite. Now, there's many ways you could be a hypocrite, but hey, I'm going to harp on the point is to really believe in this thing, to really believe the Most High is going to deliver us, as He said the elect would, as us being the hopeful elect. So without further ado, I'm going to get straight into the precepts. Job chapter 8 and verse number 8, right? Salaki, because it's a little dark, so I'm going to have to use this light. Job chapter 8 and verse number 8. For I inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself for the search of their fathers. So that's what we're supposed to be doing. Going to the accounts, knowing that this Bible is living, knowing that these words are alive and then they quick, knowing that we're supposed to be preparing our mind, which is our heart, the Hebrew word lab, for the search of our forefathers. And we can't find that in church. We can't find that nowhere else but the Holy Bible. That's where we inquire and search the ways we're supposed to maneuver, how we're supposed to act, how we're supposed to deal with certain situations, especially in the times of trouble. Because everything that's on the earth right now is nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble is coming to this earth. And again, for our love, because we speak love, the nation looks at us like we evil. But we understand the will of the Most High. Why? Because we're inquired the search of our forefathers diligently. So again, this is admonishment to when your faith is tried and the Lord tests your faith, don't be a hypocrite. Really believe. Believe everything you've been saying for over the years. Because for the most part, a lot of brothers and sisters been in this thing for some time. So when it comes time for your faith to be tried, really believe what you're saying. Really believe that the Lord is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Really believe that Yahweh. Really believe that He is. Really believe that He's going to deliver us and satisfy us and feed us in the family. Really believe these things. Because if not, the Lord said, we're going to get into it. Well, the Lord said, a hypocrite shall not stand in my sight. The Lord's not dealing with a hypocrite. We have to truly, wholeheartedly believe these words. Believe the words of this life. All right, so I'm going to continue on. And that, Lord willing, ain't going to be long. I got a couple precepts written down. I just want to get over to them. Get through them, Lord willing. Verse number 9. For we are but of yesterday and know nothing, because our days upon the earth are a shadow. That's right. So the little bit of time we got here in this flesh, and we don't got too much time. We don't got too much time for the deliverance to come. Lord willing, again, we be delivered. We don't have too much time for the persecution to come. We don't have too much time in these fleshly bodies. So we got to do all the gathering of treasure that we can, which is our faith, before that day come, before the great and terrible day of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai come. Right? And we know nothing as yet but pertaining to these scriptures. Because again, our forefathers and our parents and our uncles, they were supposed to tell us these things, but hey, look, we got it now. The Lord's feeding us now. The Lord's having mercy upon us now. So we know nothing if it doesn't pertain to these scriptures. Continuing on. Shall not they teach thee and tell thee and utter words out of their heart? Can the rush grow up without the mire? Can the flag grow without water? Whilst it is yet in his greenness and not cut down, it withereth before any other herb. So are the paths of all that forget Yahweh, and the hypocrite's hope shall perish. That's right. So we can't be cut down. We can't be like a tree tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. We got to believe what we was taught. Believe that he is. Believe that Yahushua, he is the deliverer. Or the Lord said, a hypocrite, your hope will be, you will perish. We don't want to perish. We perish in this society. We perish in this captivity. We don't want to perish in the times where the Lord is going to be it's going to be a great deliverance upon the earth. So again, don't be a hypocrite. If you're a hypocrite and you saying you believe, but you really don't, you will perish in the times to come. As we see that there's riots in Chicago right now. The president, the so-called president, he just had Trumps in D.C. Right? Again, this is not a prophecy update. This is an admonishment to don't be a hypocrite. But the prophecies are upon this earth, man. So don't be a hypocrite, you know? So I'm going to continue. I'm going to go to the next precept, Proverbs 24 and verse number 10. And then you got to truly understand and know what we're involved in. You got to truly know that this is life. Now, hey, this is truly life. Like, we truly live it. The Lord's going to try us to see if we really mean what we say. All right? Proverbs 24 and verse number 10. Proverbs 24 and verse number 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. And that's plain. So in the days of adversity, I want to read a couple more verses. So if we faint in the day of adversity, which that could be mainly, I'm more so harping on the point as the days of trouble. But every day could be a day of adversity. And if you faint and if you don't truly trust in the Most High, hey, your strength is small. That means you don't really believe in Yahweh Shah. And these days are just going to get more and more evil and evil. The Lord said in Matthew, the 24th chapter, because of the love of many shall wax cold. Right? Salaki, the love of many shall wax cold. So it's just going to be more and more adversity. The more and more we let our light shine, the more and more these demons upon these that inhabited the vessels of these people are going to try to damn persecute us. Whether it be our boss, whether it be relatives, whether it be who knows, your car, it could be anything. These demons are going to try to stop us to faint in the day of our adversity. But we can't be a hypocrite that day. We got to fully trust in the power, the one true living power, Yahweh. And through the name, Bahashim, and the only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahushua. I'm going to read it again. Proverbs 24 and 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death and those that are ready to be slain. Hey, that's beautiful. Because through the Spirit, if it wasn't for Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, we are those that are appointed unto death. We are appointed unto death. But the Lord said we're going to be delivered from it. We see everything. We see the Lord setting up the stage perfect. So we're supposed to deliver ourselves with these words, but these words that have power to deliver ourselves, and our brothers and sisters that don't know this truth, we're supposed to admonish them and comfort them, to teach them, to aid them, and to fully trust in the one true power, because they are slain and appointed unto death. Now we don't know who the elect are, but we got to try our best. We suffer all things for the elect's sake, right? We do these lessons. We go out and teach. We rule over our spirit. We essentially get ourselves together for first and foremost for Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's sake, but we get ourselves together for the Lord's people. Because who are they going to look up to? So we're doing this. We're getting ourselves together for the body, for the world, which that world is the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites, man. We get ourselves together for our nation. We have to body ourselves. Like it's a saying in the world, you can't love yourself. You can't love anybody till you love yourself. So we can't teach our people, we can't deliver our people until we show true love to ourselves, which it starts with that inner man. And that's what this whole thing is about. All right, so I'm going to read it one more time. I'm just going to read verse 10. Proverbs 24 and 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. So we can't faint in the days of adversity, which are drawing nigh upon this earth, right? So I really will read the whole book of Sirach too, which is beautiful, but I'm going to jump around. Sirach chapter 2 and verse number 1. I'm reading just start at 1. My son, if thou come to serve Yahweh, prepare thy soul for temptation. And that's what's coming upon the earth. Every day we're tempted. Whether we're tempted to say the wrong thing, we're tempted to think the wrong thoughts, we're tempted to go where we're not supposed to go, we're tempted to do things we don't want to do. So we constantly have to remind ourselves to prepare our soul for temptation. That's what this thing is about. The ruling over our spirit, preparing our mind, heart, and soul for temptation. Test. It goes in the trial test. And the Lord allows the spiritual demon Satan and people to test you to see if you truly believe or not, like he did in the wilderness. As we just ended the Feast of Trumpets, as we're going into the Feast of Tabernacles, this is a time of testing to see if we're going to keep Yahweh Shai Shai's commandments or no. All right? Verse number 2. Set thy heart aright, which is your mind, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Cleave unto him, and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And we want to be increased at that last end, which means being delivered. Being delivered from what's about to happen upon this earth. That's being increased at our last end. Because we in the last days. Verse number 4. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you're acceptable man and or woman if you go through that fire. If you call upon the name of Yahweh Bashim as Azariah, Mishael, and Hananiah did, right? Also known as Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And they went through that fire, and it was accepted. So we're going to go through the fire, and the Son of Man will be in the midst of us, right? Some of us may be going through the fire right now, whatever that may be. But the Lord is in the midst of it. And the Yahweh Shema Shah, he will deliver you out of it. You just got to believe and don't be a hypocrite. All right? I'm going to jump down. Verse number 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in Yahweh and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? For Yahweh is full of compassion and mercy, long-suffering and very pitiful, and forgiveth sins and saveth in the time of affliction. So the Lord saves in the time of affliction. So don't faint in the day of affliction. Don't faint in the day of adversity. Believe these words. Let these words digest into your mind. Eat this roll. Like the Lord told John. Like the Lord told Ezekiel. Like the Lord told the prophets. Eat this roll. Digest it. Let it settle in your mind and believe it. Really believe these words. Because we're about to be tried by these words. All right? Let me get Acts chapter 9 and 15. And again, this thing being in this truth is not supposed to be live a celebrity, grandeur lifestyle. This truth, the Lord brought us into this thing to suffer. Yahweh sent his only begotten son, Yahushua, essentially to suffer for the sins of his people. That's what he was here for. He wasn't on this earth the first time to get the victory, which he did get the victory, but to get the kingdom. The kingdom is to come. So we were brought into this thing to suffer great things for the Lord's sake. Now, if you can't accept that, then you have to examine yourself. And if you can't agree with that fact, then this is not for you. Because we're not here to live in the kingdom. Our kingdom is to come. Right? The Lord said, if my kingdom was of this world, my servants would fight. Now, we do fight, but through the spirit, but we're fighting to get out of this kingdom of hell so we can live in the kingdom of heaven. Right? Acts chapter 9 and verse number 15. Acts 9 and 15. But the Lord said unto him, go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me. So what's the Lord talking about when he chose Paul? So the Lord said, go thy way, for he's a chosen vessel unto me. And Lord willing, we be the chosen vessel. Lord willing, we be of the elect, because Paul was of the elect. So Lord willing, we be a chosen vessel unto the Most High. Now, and if we are, just like Paul, if we're a chosen vessel, what did the Lord say about Paul? Continuing on. I'm going to read it again. But the Lord said unto him, go thy way, for he is a chosen vessel unto me, to bear my name before the Gentiles and the kings and the children of Israel. For I will show him how great things he must suffer for my name's sake. So he chose Paul that so he could suffer for his name's sake. So he chose brothers in this thing right now. He chose sisters in this thing. He chose young men and young children to how much things they must suffer for his name's sake. To endure. That's what the word suffer means, to endure patiently. To suffer patiently. That's what we hear. That's what we here doing. Knowing that we got the greatest things promised to us. Knowing that we got the heathen for our inheritance and the uttermost parts of the earth. But we can't get it yet because we in this flesh, because we in this captivity. But the Lord said, if we have faith, hey, look, we gonna get it. We gonna get it. We just gotta have faith and don't be a hypocrite, man. Don't be a hypocrite. Acts chapter 14. I got a couple more. Acts chapter 14 and verse number 22. Acts 14 and 22, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith, and that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. So through much tribulation, we get through that kingdom. It's fire on the right hand, it's water on the left. Through much tribulation, we're going to get this kingdom. No other way. The Lord didn't set it up to be no other way. Through much trials and tribulation, will we get this kingdom. I'm thinking of a precept in the mind. Let me make sure I got all the ones. All right. Got Matthew 16 and 24, and then I'll get one more and I'll close out. Matthew chapter 16. Well, I'll get the one I thought of, and I'll get the one I written down. 2nd Ezra chapter 9. 7. It's 7. Shalakia. Pages stuck together. 2nd Ezra chapter 7 and verse number 4. But put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? So if we don't go through this narrow, if we don't go through these straight things, if we don't go through the trials and tribulation and the hell that we catch upon this life, how we gonna get to the kingdom? Hey, the Lord just said it. He chose Paul to suffer. He came to suffer. Through much tribulation, are we gonna have to get to this kingdom? But when we get there, what did the Lord say? We're not gonna ask him nothing. Psalms 126 chapter says we're gonna be like them that dream. We just gotta believe it and don't be a hypocrite. All right. Verse number 5. Who then could go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it? If he went not through the narrow, how could he come into the broad? There is also another thing. A city is builded and is set upon a broad field and is full of all good things. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water, and only one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go in there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he shall never pass the danger set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance? And I said, it is so, Lord. Then he said unto me, even so also is this Israel's portion. So we got to go through it. If we don't go through this danger, if we don't go through Babylon, if we don't overcome this world, how are we going to get to the kingdom? So we're going to overcome through the name of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That's the only way. That's the only way. If we don't go through it, that means we're going to get left. If you stop moving, you're going to die. If it's the same, if the body in motion stays in motion. So if we stop moving, hey, we're going to die. We got to keep moving and press on. I'll get 2 more. 2nd Ezra 7 and 57. Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer, as thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. And what's the victory? Right? A crown from Yahushua himself. A crown, dominion, sovereignty, rulership, righteousness, peace, no sorrow, no pain, no death. Things that we can't even see, things that we can't even imagine in our minds. That's the victory that's promised. Right? So I get 1 more. Matthew 16 and 24. Matthew chapter 16 and verse number 24. Verse number 23. But he turned and said unto Peter, get thee behind me, Shaitan, thou art an offense unto me, for thou savorest not the things that be of Yahweh, but those that be of men. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me. So we got to deny ourselves. We can't do the things that we want to do. Right now, we may want to do things to please this flesh, but ultimately, our leisure time, again, I did a lesson a while back, time, talents, and treasure. What are you giving your time to? The talents that the Lord gave you? What are you doing with your talents? What are you doing to build up that faith like a treasure? Right? You need to examine yourself in this thing, showing you that this thing is not of us. We have to this truth is not about us. So again, don't be a hypocrite. The Lord said, a hypocrite shall not stand in my sight. We want to stand before the Lord and have boldness in the day of affliction. We have boldness in the day when all hell breaks loose. So shalom to the brothers and sisters scattered abroad. Shalom, y'all endure this temptation, man. The king is coming back. I just trust in him and don't be a hypocrite. And with that, I give all honor, glory, and praise to the Most High God. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Right until next time, family. Shalom.